Good morning, guys. I really wasn't going to do this video today because I'm half alive this morning, but I'm really excited to share my little, I guess you could say, plant base project. I don't know however you want to call it, whatever. Don't mind my thing down here. That thing is for filming my face when it's not half dead. But so I just want to show you what I've done. This is my giant Monstera. Okay, well, it's not giant, but you know what I mean. It's a lot of them in here. And I have just periodically thrown in random cuttings just to see how they do. This helps with gnats as well as making your plant look more full. And I'll show you another example. I threw a lot of peperomia and hoya in here. I think it's actually mostly peperomia. There's a begonia over here. Yeah, I don't think I put any hoya in here. And that would actually be a bad plant to put in here because they like to dry out a little more than these guys. These guys like to stay moist. So without killing the parent plant, don't worry. He had bugs from the store. We're not talking about it. But this is my Yucatan princess, and I have decorated her base with peperomia. And it's been about 2 weeks that they've been in here, so we know they would have died by now if they were unhappy. And this guy is doing so much better than he was in the plant I had him in before. And I have a little watermelon one here. This one was a test because it's a self-watering planter, and I wanted to make sure that he was going to be happy. I have another plant, Swiss, that I actually, because I'm downsizing plants, and I want to keep them, but I also don't want hundreds of pots around my home. So I'm going to be throwing in a Swiss right here. It's a vining one. It's in my bedroom. I don't take good care of it, and I think he'll be a lot happier here. So I'm going to go get him. I'm going to plant him, and then I'm going to explain how I keep these upper surface plants kind of happy and moist without over watering my parent plant. I'll be right back. As you can see, this guy has seen better days, but there's nothing wrong with him overall. He doesn't have bugs. I'm out of breath, sorry. I did walk across my house, which is like maybe 15 feet, because it was a long journey, so I'm lazy. Anyways, so I'm gonna put this guy in that spot and see if I can squeeze him in there and see if he'll be happy, okay? Going to grab the cutest little shovel made on the planet, because when else am I going to get to use this, right? These are perfect. Oh, and I know they have the ones that you can like sink into the ground to actually create little holes, which are perfect for these cuttings, but I don't have one of those because I'm a poor girl, you know? So we're working with this that came with my plant mat, so let's do it. So I moved him out of the corner. It's kind of a tight space. So I think I'm gonna remove this cute little guy that's actually doing phenomenal in here. I'm gonna move him over there. This one's vining up nice here, huh? I love this. This is so much fun. So I added them in, and I put a couple all over the place. I even put some in the center here, which, let me see if I can find him there. Well, you can see it better from this side. So I put them, just kind of scattered them around. Here's one, here's one. So we'll see how they do. This one did really good when I planted in here before. I do have a non-hanging Addisonii that I'm gonna squeeze in a different planter and see if it grows. I'm just kind of tired of having so many plants all over the place. I want to combine plants so that I can still have those plants, but I don't have to find spaces for them. And if they don't do good, then whatever. I'm now gonna sprinkle some gnat stuff. I did see gnats, and then I'm gonna give it a good drink. I have shown before, this is the gnat one I get. Don't be fooled by the small one that says it's indoor online. This one is the exact same ingredients. There's no difference. You're just paying more for less than getting this. So get this big one. It's giant. It says outdoor use. It's not. I mean, it can be. Obviously, there's way more, but it's the same stuff. So just get the big one if you want. This is so good for gnats. I've sprinkled them in there. I'm not going to mix them in because that takes a lot when you have so much space. But if I give them a good water, it should dissolve and get them through the soil, which goes into the roots. The roots will then supply the leaves. And then when the bugs bite the leaves or the eggs hatch, the babies will die and the bugs will die on the leaves. So it's kind of just an overall systemic prevention, bug preventative. Pretty neat. Mix this into my water sprayer. Just read, if you get this, read how much you need to use. I like Foliage Pro. I've never really used the non-Super Thrive. This is my first time using this. I love Super Thrive. I swear by it. It's very good for when you swap one plant from one medium to another. It helps them adapt faster without a lot of adverse reactions. So let's take a look. I have planted everything. They're watered just a little bit, enough to get their roots done and not to flood the mom plant, because that would be bad. And it does look like I need to wash these leaves. It's been a while, and we've had a lot of pollen coming in at our house through our open windows here. So not bugs though. And if you see little white dots, don't worry, it's a gnat sprinkle. I'll show you. I don't use this very often. I do use it though if I see a lot of bugs or gnats and I don't want to repot or change out the soil. So like, I'm lazy to change out this soil, but he has a bad gnat infestation, so I did sprinkle more granules, and then I sprinkle this on the top, and then it'll get on their wings. So here you can see the powder is a mess on my table because that's where I did it. But yeah, my Addisonii that wasn't doing very good. So I'm going to, and I think he has gnats as well, which I swear I can never get these gnats under control. They're just everywhere. Oh, look at this guy thinking he's boss bitch over here, crawling up this. I'm gonna get rid of you, dude. I'm gonna squish you. But anyways, we're gonna put him in one. I don't know where. I have to think about it. Maybe I'll even put him in there and have him vine up one of the stems. All right, so I actually put him in here, which is probably not the greatest idea, but he is in here now. So I will then like attach him to this here and just have him grow in here with these guys. This one here I've been growing in a while in a terrarium. Now this is probably gonna die when I put it in here, but I wanna, like I said, free up space. So I'm gonna put it in here. I think in the darkness of all the stems, it might be a little less dry, especially with that moisture coming up, that it might be okay. This is a little Rex begonia. All right, my little dude is in there. Let me see if it'll focus. So we're gonna see if he survives here, and we'll see decline with probably a couple days, honestly, if he's not happy there. Because I pull one over here. He seems okay, and he's not in a humid environment over here. I mean, he gets a little humidity from the water evaporating, but this one didn't make it. He's sad, so we're gonna just take him out. But yeah, so he's doing okay there. We'll see. Be a good experiment. Fun little project. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the abrupt ending, but I didn't really plan out an ending for this, so it just ends. But hopefully you could try this as well. I think it's a really fun way to combine plants, and if you know how each plant works, you can water it appropriately without affecting some of the plants, because a lot of those can dry out. Apart from the begonia, most of them can dry out, right? So it works good. I just have to water it a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully this gave you a fun project to do. And if you do one, let me know. I want to see it for sure.